And we're back here at DME Sports Academy in Daytona Beach, Florida for the SIAA first round matchup between Oldsmar Christian, the defending champs of the SIAA last year. Obviously a different ball club than they had last year, different coach as well. John Bianchi, the former coach, left and took a job at Superior Collegiate Academy. And Elijah Weaver, the top 100 player who is committed to Southern Cal University, or University of Southern California, also not on this roster anymore. I'm Michael Panaggio, and I'm here with Lauren Turner, who just came back from Greece. So she's in a good mood here, probably on jet lag. I appreciate you being here for the triple header here at DME Sports Academy, as the first two games were won by the national teams of Montverde in the first one, and DME's national post-grad team won the second game. Here's a high school battle between two teams, and this was literally the top program last year against the worst program in the SIAA, and how the tables have turned in a year. DME has been very competitive in the SIAA, almost winning the 1 seed in the North, losing in double overtime to the Rock School in the first matchup.
DME High School Nationals had a tremendous season of just proving themselves and putting themselves on the map. They're very impressive this season.
They've played very good basketball of late. Ever since the return of Mayum, who is ineligible for a semester, the Sudanese-Australian 6'3" athletic guard, has really changed the team's dynamics on the offense and defensive side, and on a toughness standpoint. 2-2 early on as Tyrese Williams scored the basket for Oldsmar Christian, and Majao Niang has 2 points here, or 4 points here early on to get DME off to an early 4-2 lead. Majao Niang with the rebound, and he'll push the break. Not many 6'9s do this at this level, especially. Lauren, coming into this matchup, what do you think are the keys for DME to come out with a win and continue their season?
Well, considering that Oldsmar has a 6-player roster, they need to speed up the game. They just need to make sure they're playing at their tempo, tire them out, play good defense, create hard shots, and I think they'll be able to close out the game.
The size advantage, obviously, in DME's favor as well.
Definitely.
So I look to see DME go a lot of high-low and inside-out basketball with Hassan Diouf and Majao Niang from the low post. DME shows zone, and the three by E.J. Hubbard is no good. And the rebound to Diouf. At the other end, Calderon's pull up on the baseline's good, and DME off to a good start, 6-2. Ball's deflected out of bounds, and I think that was a missed call, but DME will take it, and the turnover to charge to Braxton Bartlett. Harvey inside to Diouf, and that is too easy. 8-2 DME. Bartlett's pull-up jumper is good. Nice jumper by Braxton Bartlett to stop the run. 8-4 DME. A turnover by Niang trying to get it inside the Diof. And you can tell, Lauren, that this is definitely the emphasis Coach Dan Mondragons came out with, is to feed the big man inside.
Definitely, definitely. But, you know, Maine, he has to do a better job of not getting so frustrated with himself. Understand that. Just learn from the past instead of dwelling on it. Next play.
Nice boot move by Harvey. His floater's no good, but Niang with the offensive rebound, and it's good.
Harvey couldn't finish, but he is so impressive. He has just took his game to another level coming here to DME, and his guard play has really led the team this season.
Harvey's really the only point guard that this roster has. Keanu Calderon's probably the second closest thing to being a point guard. Harvey, the Daytona Beach product, who transferred out of Atlantic High School, was a 4-year varsity starter. 3 years so far, 2 at Atlantic, 1 here at DME, and is obviously one of the more exciting acquisitions for DME, considering he's a local kid who we've seen grow up here at DME since he was in the 7th, 8th grade. I remember picking him up.
He used to work out with you, right?
Yep, starting in the 7th, going into 8th grade. This was a kid that lived in my car pretty much and would drive. I'd drive him to any gym we could get in and work on his game. And I knew he was going to be a pretty good basketball player.
It's always a great sight, watching your players grow in front of your eyes.
On cue, of course, he turns the ball over, and Tyrese Williams finishes it at the other end. Marko Vujokovic is in the game, the senior from Serbia. One of 3 seniors on the roster for DME today, and Harvey with a beautiful find in Niang, and he misses the layup, and the ref calls a goaltend. And the coach of Oldsmar is not happy with that.
He is not happy with that call. Both of the coaches. Wow.
And the ref is jawing back with him. Bartlett moves the ball to number 30, Anthony Bitter. Bitter back to Bartlett, and he'll look to Tyrese Williams at the top of the key, and it's been ring around the rosy so far on this possession. Ball finds Bitter. He'll kick it out to Clouden, who goes inside to Tyrese Williams. His finish is no good. Foul on Clinette, though. And Tyrese Williams, who has 4 of the 6 points, will go to the line here with 13:07 left for a chance to add to his total and cut into the DME deficit. Tyrese Williams was at the DME summer camp this summer. An athletic 6'7" wing, 3'4", who plays for the Showtime Ballers out of Orlando. And pretty good prospect, 2019, I believe. And is a very active basketball player. Both free throws are good for Williams. 12-8 DME as Mayum checks into the game for the first time today, and he'll attack the basket, his first time touching the ball. And Niang will turn the ball over to Williams. Williams will push the break, use his off arm, get away with it. And the foul is on DeAndre Harvey. The team's 3rd personal, his 1st personal. Baseline out of bounds to Oldsmar Christian. DME with a few turnovers already here early on.
High school national, they're going to have to limit their turnovers if they want to stay with lead in this game.
Harvey thought about the 3, and he shoots the pull-up, and it looks like Alexis Duckett's pull-up.
Definitely. But you train both of them. You train Lexi and DeAndre, so we know who we got it from.
That's where I was getting at. Both were in my car together in the same grade, and both have that mid-range pull-up. Mayum to Clinette. He'll throw it away to Niang, and a 4th turnover for DME, and 2nd or 3rd turnover going high-low where I think sometimes they're just getting a little careless and a little impatient trying to get the ball inside.
Four turnovers for DME. They're going to have to figure out how to take care of the ball because, as you can see, we're already at a 4-point game when they led the game by half.
On the other end, Bartlett turns it over. And Mayum finds Niang. That's a good catch and finish with the left hand there by Niang. He's got off to a great start with 8 points. And they really don't have an answer for him inside.
Like you said, size is going to be a great advantage DME has. And they're going to have to use it to their advantage, but also limit the turnover. So trying to get that ball to the down low.
Foul on Mayum. Mayum, his first, team's fourth. And it'll be a side out of bounds here for Oldsmar Christian. Winner of this game will play the winner of Inspire Academy versus Victory Rock. Victory Rock's probably the favorite to win the conference this year out of the South Division. The 1 seed, they came into DME earlier in the year and really humbled DME with a 40-point win with their size just overwhelming DME early on. But it's been a different team, DME, since that game. And the addition of Mayum sure helps, and Vadim Klinek has been very good of late. And another basket by Majao Niang.
Mayum, he's very impressive. His athleticism is just so aggressive and so efficient. He's definitely, since he started playing the second half of the season, he's definitely made a big impact. One thing I love about DME, they play as a team.
DME up 20-10. Niang with 10 already. Calderon with 4. Harvey with 2. And Clouden with a tough finish on the going left. The finish with the right hand. Harvey, pull up 3 in transition, no good. Rebound Niang, and his finish is good. He's got 12.
He's having a good night. I mean, give it to him. It's a senior night. All the seniors had a ceremony and a speech and a picture with Dan Panaggio before the game. But they're feeling good. They're ready to get in this playoff and make it work.
Clouden with the finish, or the pull-up jumper. He's got 4 back-to-back. Another turnover by DME. Tyrese Williams tries to finish on Mayum, and they call a foul on Mayum. And Mayum has 2 fouls now. Team's 5th. And Tyrese Williams goes back to the line to try to get the lead back to a 2-possession game where he's got 6 of their 14 so far. And fouls starting to add up for DME as Oldsmar Christian creeps closer to the 1-and-1 as Williams makes the first. Hassan Diouf checks in for Majao Niang, who deserves a well-earned rest. Keanu Calderon, who checks out with Marko Vujokovic. And Nate Adcox checks into the game for the first time today, the junior left-handed guard out of Texas. He checks in for Mayum.
That's the 5th turnover DME has had today. Nothing good comes out of turnovers. Mayum now has to sit early in the first half. It's just they have to limit the turnovers if they want to close out this game.
Harvey, extra pass to Adcox, thought about a 3, and he'll go to the high post of Vadim Klinet, who will find Diouf. Diouf finish around the rim is no good. Clouden will push it down the other end, and he'll get to the basket. He gets fouled, and he is still on the ground, but he'll get up with some help from his teammates. Foul on Vadim Klinet, I believe, or Marko Vujokovic, one of the two. And Clouden will go to the line.
Hassan has to do a better job of closing out that play, finishing, going strong up. You can't fade away. You got to take the contact. Being as big as he is definitely, he has to be strong with the ball.
First one by Clouden is no good. Second one is. 5-point game here. Oldsmar staying in a 2-3 zone. DME goes inside to Diouf. He'll go to a jump hook. It's no good. Clouden will find Bartlett. Bartlett tries a 3. It's rims around, no good. Offensive rebound, collected, tipped, no good. And the ball lands in Vadim Clinet's hands, and he's standing out of bounds. And the ball will stay with Oldsmar Christian here.
DME's going to have to do a better job of boxing out. There's no reason they should be able to get that rebound and just kick it out. They have done very, very well in transition.
Javaris Patterson checks in for Oldsmar Christian. Well, that's a walk. DME going against this zone. Vujokovic draws a foul. Call a blocking foul on Tyrese Williams, and Marko Vujokovic will go to the line for 2. Only Tyrese's first and team's second. They gave him continuation on that, which benefits Vujokovic. A little gift for senior night, and he'll go to the free throw line and make the first. Keanu Calderon will check in for DeAndre Harvey. And Oldsmar will stay the same way. Halfway through the first half, DME with a 7-point lead here at home. Earlier in the year, these two played, and DME won by almost 40 points at the Rock School in the grind session event. And the coach of Oldsmar wasn't too happy with Dan Mondragon after that game. The floater good by Anthony Bitter. Yeah, the head coach of Oldsmar was not happy with Dan Mondragon because there was maybe about 35 seconds left in the game, and there was a 30-second shot clock, and instead of taking the shot clock violation, DME took a shot, and he said, really? You weren't going to take the shot clock? And wasn't too happy about that. Don't think Dan Mondragon meant anything by it.
Definitely he did.
But, you know, when you're losing by as much as, I don't even know the coach's name, but as much as he lost by, obviously he wasn't going to be too happy about it and was going to try to find a way to motivate his team for the next time they played him. Beautiful Euro step by Vadim Clinet, who had a great block on the other end. He's really been playing well of late, Lauren.
Yes, he has. Vadim is from France.
Yeah, mother's Russian.
Okay.
Or his father's Russian. One of the two's Russian. Mother was an athlete. Father might have been an athlete as well. I think his mother played on the national team for one of the two. Forgot which one. I should know this, but I want to say the mother is French.
Okay.
Of course, I'll find out after this game that I'm probably wrong, but 3 by Adcox is good, and the lead is back to 8 for DME. Bartlett comes off a screen, kicks it to Patterson, is back out, 3 on the shot clock. Don't think they know. 3 at the top of the key it draws iron, but no good. Rebounded Diouf, and Calderon will push the break. He'll get into the middle of the paint, find Clinet for 3. and he misses a three. That's Oldsmar dodged a bullet there. He doesn't miss many wide open looks like that.
Yeah, he's known for shooting, but to look at down below, that should be an easy rebound. DME has to box out, use their size to their advantage, and get the rebound, put it right back up.
Yeah, DME definitely has a size advantage today. And Niang's taking advantage of it. I think Diouf has kind of struggled a little bit. And that's a beautiful finish by Clouden, who scoops it under the 7-foot Diouf. And the lead is back down to 6.
Oldsmar, they're doing a good job of, responding back to DME, big lead in the beginning of the game. They're trying to stay close, and DME has to learn what they need to do. But that's a good finish. That's exactly what they need. They definitely need to finish down below.
Good inside-out basketball. Good pass by Nate Adcox, and Diouf finishes it. Back at the other end, Williams' 15-footer's no good. DME will push the ball up the other way. Calderon will turn it over, trying to get it to Clinette, and Oldsmar will turn it right back over. Ball gets in Clinette's hands. He'll try to drop a dime to Calderon, cut into the basket, and that's another turnover.
7 turnovers for DME.
7 turnovers here with 5 minutes left in the first half. And do you have the coach's name?
No, I do not. But I believe it is. Let me get back to you on that one.
Well, he called the timeout over there. And he's got to be pretty happy with his team's performance so far, as they've been able to be competitive here and continue to hang around and stay competitive here on the road against a more talented, deeper, and bigger DME ball club. DME comes out of the timeout with Adcox, Vujokovic, Harvey, and Mayum, and Niang. And Oldsmar comes out with Clouden, Patterson, Bitter, Bartlett. And E.J. Hubbard. 6 players for Oldsmar Christian, a lot like my girls' team. Short numbers, and that'll wear on you as the game goes on.
And turned on Oldsmar Christian, their coach is named John Bianchi.
Nope, that's the old coach.
Well, looks like their website's not updated.
John Bianchi's now the head coach at Superior Collegiate Academy in his first year. Vujokovic finished no good, and offensive basket interference on Mayum. And the lead stays at 8 for DME.
That's just a motivating play. You just say, okay, you learn from it, get back, play some good defense, get a good possession.
Clouden running the one. Patterson in the corner. He'll find Bartlett with 6 on the shot clock. He'll refuse the high ball screen, kick it out to Hubbard for a 3. That's an air ball. And Niang with the rebound, he'll push the break.
Great defense by DME. Down to the last seconds on the shot clock. Made him take a tough shot. That's good defense. Just working together, hands up, communicating. In order to make this lead go a little higher, they're going to have to keep doing that.
Niang into Vujokovic. Drives it to the basket and finishes with the left hand. That's a nice take by Marco.
Great finish by Marco. He's doing a great job tonight.
Bartlett with the NBA 3, no good. Adcox with the rebound.
That's what we call we'll take that. We'll let him take that shot.
Mayum scoops, no good. Niang put back in. Niang has been the player of the game so far. Close to a double-double here in the first half here. Patterson's 15-footer, no good. Another rebound by Niang. He'll try to throw the ball to Adcox, and he'll turn it over. Bitter finds Bartlett. Bartlett for three, good. NBA range there from Bartlett, and the lead back down to 9 here. DME really needs to finish this quarter strong, this half strong. Adcox finds Niang. He thought about a three, passes it up, goes to Mayum, and Mayum turns it over. Bitter finds Clouden. Clouden, pull-up jumper, good. 5-0 run here, mini spurt by Oldsmar to get back into the game.
DME needs to figure out how to stop this momentum before they go into the second half. They don't want to leave over some momentum that they can build on, and next thing you know, it's a whole different ball game.
Absolutely, and a timeout by Dan Mondragon.
Good timeout.
With 2:11 left.
DME also has to do a better job of trusting themselves. It's about 4 or 5 times Nate, Mayum, Majal.
Yeah.
They're double faking, open three, open shot. They don't take it. The next thing you know, they cause a turnover. Trust yourself. They definitely have to do a better job of trusting yourself. Trust the game plan that Dan Mondragon has put down for them and take the shot.
Absolutely. I thought there was a few times that Niang passed up a wide open shot, Mayum passed open a wide open shot, and then they turned the ball over. Give credit to Oldsmar Christian. They've been ready for the challenge today and have competed very hard. When your playoff lives are on the line, you would assume that a team with some heart and pride would do that.
Definitely. That's what you call playing with pride, trying to make a statement. You're not going to walk into DME and get blown out by 40 points again.
This is a crucial 2 minutes for Oldsmar. If they can keep this lead at 7 or even maybe chip away at it even a little more, it'll definitely help them have some belief going into halftime, intermission. Go inside of Niang. He gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Niang with already close to a double-double here in the first half. 12 points. 13 points. And Hassan Diouf checks back into the game for Mayum. DME's had an up and down season. Losing close games, having some blowouts, winning some good games. They've done a good job of being a resilient team. They've lost Calvin Freeman. They've lost DJ Blancas. Had Mayum ineligible. So they've done a pretty good job of fighting through the year and competing and playing some of their best basketball at the end of the year when it's most important.
Definitely.
5 on the shot clock. For Oldsmar. Ball into Bitter to Clouden. Drop off to Williams. His shot's blocked, and that's a shot clock violation for DME. And a good defensive possession there for DME Sports Academy.
I'm definitely curious to see the type of offense Hassan has. He's great in size. He stays motivated down below. What's his recruiting process like?
He's got close to 10 scholarship offers. His biggest thing is if he can get the test score. It's a beautiful play there. Niang was 16 now. He's had to struggle to get his English good enough to get to the college, but also having to get the test score. He's on the verge. If he's qualified to go Division I, he'll be at a mid-major Division I program. He's came a long way in his short time at DME.
You've seen the improvement day by day. He's a hard worker. That's one thing I like about him.
He's a good kid. He's developing a soft touch. He's understanding the game more. His conditioning's got better. His footwork has gotten better. He's been a very good piece to the puzzle and a huge reason why DME's improved so much this year.
Definitely.
An illegal screen set by Keanu Calderon. And with 41.8 seconds left in the first half, Oldsmar Christian down 11 with the ball. Let's see if they go for a 2-for-1 opportunity. Williams turns it over. Oh, it's deflected. And there's a reset on the shot clock. I wonder. And they will reset this thing to about 19 seconds. Well, they give him 15, so. Don't know what the delay is.
Not sure.
They even trimmed it down to 12. It should have been at 19. A break for DME. Bitter to Clouden. Back to Bitter for three, and it works out okay for Oldsmar Christian as they bury a three and cut the lead to 8. And that's a big possession for them. They need to get a stop here and keep this lead to single digits. DME will hold for one shot. Oldsmar will go man here, it looks like. Adcox, it's a matchup zone actually, and Harvey will shoot a three from the right wing, and he'll bury it. And time will run out here as the shot is no good and wouldn't have counted anyways. And DME scores 42 points in the first half, 31 for Oldsmar Christian, and we have an 11-point game here at the intermission. What are your first half thoughts?
That was a big three by Harvey. It was really impressive. Glad he came down, trusted his shot, made sure the lead was a double-digit game before the halftime, making sure to closing any momentum or that window so, you know, the Oldsmar didn't come out and just come out on their heels. So that was really impressive. But they had 9 turnovers in the first half. That's going to be a really big thing. That can change the game. They definitely going to have to capitalize on not making so many turnovers, and they're going to have to rebound better. That's what I think. What are your thoughts?
I think they've done a pretty good job of beating them up inside. I think they need to clean up the turnovers, be patient on offense, and continue to make Oldsmar beat them from the perimeter. I don't think they have a great shooting team. I don't think this team really has the offensive firepower to just put it, light them up in the second half unless you let them get out in transition and let them, and if you turn the ball over. So
Definitely.
The size advantage of Majao Niang's first half has been very dominant as DME holds a comfortable 11-point lead here at halftime. With 8:35 left in halftime, we'll take a 8-minute break or so, maybe 7-minute break, and we'll be back here with the second half here in Daytona Beach. And we're back here for the second half at DME Sports Academy in Daytona Beach. As Brianna Rayner is handling the Instagram story. If you want to see that on DME Sports Academy on Instagram.
She's been doing a great job. Definitely keeping everyone up to date on the Instagram Live. Very impressive with her.
Second half starts, and Oldsmar Christian gets the ball. Bartlett drives baseline, turns it over, and Vujokovic will push the break. DME with no numbers, and they'll slow it out and get the ball to Calderon. Calderon to Harvey inside, beautiful pass, and Diouf is fouled at the rim. Very good pass by Harvey. And Diouf is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Diouf, who's never know what you're going to get from him when he's at the free throw line. Sometimes he'll go up there and make some clutch free throws. Sometimes he'll not draw iron, you know. So he's got to definitely become a more consistent shooter at the free throw line because he gets fouled a good amount.
Yep, definitely.
Goes up there and makes 1 of 2. Young big from Dakar, Senegal.
And you know, the game is changing. The game is evolving. Definitely the big man, they're expected to be able to shoot. Have great form. Great block by Hassan right there.
Hassan's played very good pick and roll defense today. And that was a great job by him altering the shot at the rim. And that's what he does best, is be a rim protector. Niang with 17 and 18 points on the game. And Bartlett answers with the 3 of his own. And it's 45-34 here, 1 minute into the second half. Vujokovic is called with an offensive foul. Dan Mondragon doesn't like that one, but I thought it was a good call from my angle. And that's the team's first foul.
Hassan's averaging 2.3 blocks a game right now, and I'm not sure how accurate that is. It might not be including the games they just played, but he definitely shows up on the defensive end.
Oldsmar going at Diouf. Shot by Tyrese Williams, no good. Good defense by Diouf. Calderon for 3, no good. Bartlett with the rebound, and the ball ends up in Cloudon's hands. Cloudon gets into the paint, shoots a floater over Diouf, and that's a beautiful finish on the teardrop. And the lead back into single digits for DME. Niang. Pass deflected to Diouf. Diouf gets it back after a pass from Vujokovic and finishes. Diouf with 3 points here early on in the first 2 minutes of the second half. Cloudon plays 1-on-1 on Vujokovic. Beautiful pass to Tyrese Williams, who finishes. And back to 9 points is the lead. Harvey and Niang play high pick and roll. He'll find Niang. He'll shoot an NBA 3. It's no good. Rebound Cloudon. Cloudon, spin move. Pass deflected to Hubbard. Hubbard kicks it to Williams. He'll kick it out. Ball picked up by Harvey. Harvey looks up the floor. He's got Vujokovic. He'll flush it home with the left hand, and that was bad transition defense by Oldsmar Christian there after turning the ball over.
Definitely. I spoke with Coach Alex, and he talked about how they're in their rebuilding year, and they're young, they're learning, and that's a learning situation. You make sure you get back on defense.
A turnover there by Cloudon.
And I know I stated the wrong coach's name, but they definitely had a coach's change, and the new coach now, he's Alex Arias, and he actually went to school in Oldsmar, and he's definitely just happy to be there coaching these guys and helping them in rebuilding year.
Diouf with the jump hook, no good. And it looks like there is blood. Oh, nope, I guess there's a reset on the shot clock when there shouldn't have been. And DME will retain possession after they get the shot clock set up. The new intern over there, I forgot his name, came from Alabama's women's girls basketball program. He's on the clock today, doing a very good job. Better job than Fahad Tarjali did in the game before. Fahad is not the guy you want on the scores table.
Yeah, maybe jet lag. You know, Fahad just came from playing with the national team for Jordan. So
Really? I did not know that. He did my IMG game last Wednesday, and I was not very impressed with Fahad.
That's all right.
Turnover by Williams, stolen by Calderon. He'll drop it off to Niang, who almost posters 3 Oldsmar Christian guys and misses it. Clouden the other way. Kicks it out to Bitter, and his shot's no good. Rebound Niang. He's got a double-double. I don't know how many, but he's definitely got 10 of them. He finds Calderon. He'll up fake, find Calderon, or Niang. Good extra pass to Vujokovic. He's short. And the ball, a loose ball foul on Hassan Diouf.
Silly foul.
Silly foul.
That's a silly foul.
A fatigue foul.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why he's probably getting subbed out here.
Definitely. Just a couple seconds short of getting him out, but that's a silly foul. You're going to need that at the end of the game to stay aggressive. You don't want to be passive because you're in foul trouble.
Bitter plays high pick and roll with Williams. Bounce pass to Williams, and that's a monster flush. And a beautiful pocket pass by Bitter.
Hey, Williams, he said, I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to finish that dunk. Very, very impressive. He's had a great game, great performance. He's still, just leading his team and, just trying to keep that energy flowing.
He's definitely their go-to scorer on this roster, on this young team at Oldsmar. Mayum attacks the basket. He's fouled. No shot. Confused on why there isn't a shot there, but team foul. Second team foul on Oldsmar. DME will keep the ball. Up 9 and a fresh shot clock. Mayum turns it over. Oldsmar Christian down 9, trying to cut into the lead more than they have anytime here. This will be the closest they've got with the bucket. Deflected by Niang, and ball goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Oldsmar Christian with 16 on the shot clock. Bitter with Calderon guarding him. They get the ball into Bartlett's hands, and they turn it over. Harvey to Mayum. Mayum gets away with a walk, finishes it and one. And Alex Arias is not too happy with that. Didn't like the continuation. His assistant coach wanted a push off, and I saw a travel on the catch. So tough break there for Oldsmar Christian.
Definitely.
Mayum goes to the line to try to get a 3 points the old-fashioned way, and he does. 52-40, 12:30 left. DME on top by 12. Clouden finds Hubbard. Thought about a 3, goes back to Clouden. Clouden will try a 3. His 3's no good. Harvey with the rebound. Harvey.
I love how Harvey looks up the floor, make sure his guys are in the right position. Ooh, good move.
Niang with the beautiful Euro step in traffic, and he's got 20. With just under 12 minutes left to play, he's in for a very strong performance and a great stat line at the end of the night. On the other end, Clouden with a tough pull-up on the left wing. Mayum turns it over. Hubbard to Bartlett. Bartlett hezzies. Gets into Clinette's body, and Bartlett will go to the free throw line after the foul on Clinette. Team's fourth foul. Nate Adcox and Hassan Diouf will check in for DME, and Javaris Patterson will check in for Oldsmar Christian.
I don't know if everyone else can see this, but Bartlett's shoes are very interesting. He has a neon green and a purple shoe on the left and a neon green on the right. So I wonder if it's a good luck charm. I like that. It's nice. Very nice. Maybe give him luck at the free throw line.
A little flair. He wears number 5 like I do.
All right.
So he gained some points with me. Harvey hesitates, step back, kicks it out to Niang, who will try a 3. Rebound to Bartlett. Bartlett will find Clouden. He'll drop one off to Williams. It's deflected by Diouf. That's a great play at the rim on the defensive side by Diouf. And a beautiful pass from Harvey on a long bounce pass on the money to Adcox, his second basket of the game. He's got 5 off the bench. And DeAndre Harvey's played a very good game so far here today.
Very good game. This is a solid performance all the way around. Good defense, great communication, leading the team, and just great passing. And not to mention the scoring he's doing also.
Bartlett's 3 cuts the lead back into single digits. Niang turns it over. Bartlett finds Hubbard. He'll go back to Bartlett, who will try another 3. This one no good. Rebound Adcox, and DME has numbers. And Adcox will turn the ball over. Clouden finds Bartlett, who will jack up another 3, and this one's good. And we got a 6-point ball game here with 10 minutes left, and Coach Arias is very happy.
Very, very excited and impressed of how the Oldsmar team has came into DME and making a statement. That's 4 turnovers for DME in the first 10 minutes of the second half. They're going to have to definitely change the tempo of this game if they want to close out their first playoff win.
How many? Yep. And how many turnovers is that total, Lauren?
13 turnovers.
Good math.
13 turnovers for DME for this game.
Well, that's something that we talked about at halftime and even started tallying up early in the game because we saw that that was starting to become a factor. And it's helped Oldsmar stay in the game.
Definitely.
DME hasn't shot many threes today, and Oldsmar's hit a good – and Oldsmar's hit a lot of threes here of late, and we got a 6-point game because of those few factors. Niang out, which is I'm going to make a note of this with 10 minutes left. 6-point lead, and your best player on the off the floor right now.
Yep.
Mitchell said to see how if the lead extends or stays the same or goes, dwindles.
You want him to get his rest, but you don't want him to stay out too long and shift the momentum even more.
Beautiful pass by Diouf, and the finish by Mayum's no good.
And it goes down to just not trusting yourself. Usually Mayum will just pump it down and get a just nice dunk, top 10 play, but you're just not sure, and you end up just missing a bunny.
Yeah, that's going to be a 4-point swing here because now Diouf picks up a foul. Williams goes back to the line. Team's 5th foul. Calderon's checking in after the first. And Niang's got a quick breather, and he's going right back into the game. That's a good substitution by Dan Mondragon.
That's a good substitution by Coach Mondragon.
Mayum and Diouf check out.
Mayum's kind of struggling today. He definitely gives off a little more energy and some more points, but he's still, making effort down the defensive end, so that's very impressive. He's just a hard worker, so he's just working hard on every single part of the floor, no matter where he's struggling. That's what I like about him.
4-point game here at DME Sports Academy here in the quarterfinal SIAA matchup. A lot different than the first matchup between these two teams on a neutral floor. Offensive foul on DeAndre Harvey. And now Oldsmar Christian is in the bonus from here on out with 9 minutes left. Let's see how much they take advantage of that. Out of bounds, and they turn the ball over.
That turnover for Oldsmar, DME is going to have to capitalize on that. They got lucky with that turnover because the momentum is shifting. You could tell Oldsmar has been working very, very hard to cut this lead down. Now to 4 points. It's going to be a good ball game.
Harvey can't finish at the rim. Good play call, but just couldn't get it finished. Good help by Williams. Bartlett finds Clouden. He'll pivot, find Williams. He'll finish at the rim, and we have a 2-point game here in Daytona Beach.
You can tell the confidence Oldsmar has now. It's different in how they're playing. The air in the room is being shifted. DME's going to have to figure it out and become tough for this ball game.
They go inside in Niang, and they call a hold and a moving screen on, I believe, Nate Adcox. I don't know.
I'm not sure on what they're calling it. The ref's trying to talk it out, but Coach Mondragon is not happy. He's not happy.
He did not like that call. And Oldsmar Christian with a chance to tie or take the lead here with just under 8 minutes to play. Williams to Clouden. Thought about a three. His ball is kicked. There's not a reset. Probably should be, but no. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Oldsmar Christian gets the ball into Clouden. Clouden puts his head down, kicks it out to Bartlett, and we have a new leader here as Oldsmar Christian takes a 1-point lead after Bartlett's third three of the second half.
And you can just tell the energy, even on the bench. It's a 6-game player. Good shot by Harvey.
DeAndre Harvey with a beautiful pull-up going left off the pick and roll, and DME regains the lead. Harvey was 7 here tonight.
Clutch shot by Harvey. Very, very impressive.
Clouden attacks the basket, and he's fouled by Niang, and he'll be at the line. Clouden's had a very good game here so far. Vujokovic and Mayum will check in here after the first free throw, as DME struggle to get stops here in the second half, Lauren.
Definitely. They're not doing a good job of capitalizing on the rebounds and just creating tough situations for them. Their defense is kind of lacking. They're going to have to become, tougher and communicate more. I saw Coach Mondragon talking to them about communicate. Look at the shot clock. Think about it. Know the game. They're just going to have to, come together as a team.
Back and forth we go. Both free throws good by Clouden, and 59-58. Oldsmar Christian back on top. Vujokovic and Mayum checked in for Nate Adcox and Calderon. And Oldsmar Christian goes to a matchup zone here.
Oldsmar did a great job with just a 6-player roster. They're not playing fatigue, tired, or anything. They're just doing a great job.
Niang fouled at the rim. Couldn't finish the flush. But the foul is on Tyrese Williams. His third, team's fourth. And Niang goes to the free throw line for 2. The first one is up and rattles around, and it's good. Niang with 21 of DME's 59 points. The senior has showed up in a big way for DME here in the SIAA quarterfinal. The second one is up and good, and we've had our fourth lead change in the past 4 possessions. Clouden puts his shoulder down and gets to the cup, and he finishes. That's a big, strong guard and a big guard move.
Definitely, definitely. He does a great job of going inside the paint and expecting contact.
Hubbard with the foul. Diouf checking in for Clinette, who struggled a little bit today. And 61-60 Oldsmar Christian. Mayum to the cup, and it's good. Tough finish in traffic by Mayum.
Mayum is a great finisher. He's very athletic, so he gets to the basket easy. But when he gets there, he makes sure he does his best to finish.
Clouden weaving through the defense, and the floater is good. And he is living in the lane right now.
Yes.
No one's got to stop here of late. Vujokovic finished no good. Diouf's offensive rebound. Put back no good. Tyrese Williams with the rebound. He'll get it past half court. Take some contact. Weave through everybody. And finish at the rim. No good. Get his own offensive rebound. Find Bartlett for his 4th triple of the half. And it's no good. And Patterson couldn't corral it. And a lot of contact on both sides of the floor.
3 DME players were down there with just 1 Oldsmar player, and they couldn't get a rebound. That is going to be the difference of this ball game. And the momentum will shift because obviously Oldsmar just outworking us. There's no reason for that.
Harvey, pull-up jumper on the baseline is good. Harvey has hit 2 big pull-ups here of late. He's got 9.
Harvey is doing a great job of creating space and taking off a good shot.
Clouden gets into the teeth of the defense, kicks it out to Hubbard. Hubbard finds Clouden for a 3. It's no good. Rebound Patterson, and the foul on Diouf. And Patterson is going to the line now for a 1-and-1. The last 1-and-1 for Oldsmar, as they have now reached the double bonus here with 4:40 left. And that is 3 or 4 fouls on Diouf. And his free throw is no good, and DME will have the ball and the lead here. And Harvey goes to Mayum. They go inside to Diouf, into Niang, back to Mayum, and that was great ball movement by DME.
Definitely.
DME in the zone, illegal screen on Patterson, and DME with the ball, up 3, 4:11 left, with a chance to stretch this thing to a 2-possession game. DME is now in the bonus. Bench warning by Oldsmar Christian. DME goes to the high post to Niang, and he plays with Harvey, high pick and roll. Harvey gets away with the travel, and Vujokovic drives it, and he gets it somehow into Niang, and he finds Diouf. And the foul on Tyrese Williams. And it's his third foul. And Diouf looks like he got a contact knocked out. He'll go to the free throw line.
That is the worst. Playing volleyball when you miss a contact? Oof.
There's nothing worse. Nothing worse. That is the worst.
That's the
Losing
worst.
a contact?
That's the worst to me.
Okay.
That's the worst. Something clear.
Never had to deal with that.
Lucky you. Okay.
But the lighting in DME makes me think that I need something because sometimes my eyes just start messing up. Especially when I go in a different venue after. The lighting's so bright in here.
Yeah, definitely.
Diouf makes his first free throw. And DME is now on a 5-0 run here after trailing 63-62.
You know, he put that contact in without any solution. That's very impressive for me. Because I would need a 5-minute break.
Second one by Diouf is no good, and Clouden hesitates. Kicks it out to Bitter. Bitter goes back to Clouden for a three in the corner, and it's short. Rebound to Yang.
Great rebound.
Vujokovic drives baseline, finishes on the baseline. He wanted a call, didn't get it.
Great finish, great finish.
DME on a 7-0 run here. Bitter gets into the paint. Floater off the glass is good for Bitter. 69-65, 3 minutes left. DME has numbers. Mayum finishes. Bad transition defense by Tyrese Williams. Can't have that at the end of a game.
Definitely.
Bartlett.
Last 3 minutes is crucial for whatever you do.
Niang gets the rebound, and it seems like DME's getting out in transition, but Bartlett with a great steal. Bitter with a razzle-dazzle, but can't finish. Harvey slows it down. Ball goes to Niang. That's a three from the corner. It is no good. It's long. And another turnover by DME after the offensive rebound by Diouf.
15 turnovers for DME in this game. It's crazy to know that they're still leading the game. Because Oldsmar, I don't think that they have as many turnovers, but you know, they just have to take care of the ball.
Six-point game with 2 minutes left. DME has really slowed down Oldsmar Christian in the last few minutes, so they've struggled to score. Bartlett for three, no good. And you wonder if the legs are starting to go a little bit with the six-man roster. So Oldsmar Christian has gone cold here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, they're doing a good job up to the last 2 minutes, and they're actually still playing, you know, still in it, still trying to finish with energy. Great finish.
Mayum with the great finish. Across the rim. Clouden finds Bitter, and he hits a three. And we got a 5-point game here with 1:17 left.
That's a big three.
Keeps them in striking distance.
Definitely.
Harvey to the cup. And a timeout by Dan Mondragon with 1:04 left. He'll talk it over.
Great timeout by Mondragon. I don't think they had a set plan of what they were going to do. And one thing when DME starts to turn over the ball, they're just going too fast, trying to make a fancy pass, trying to just get in the lane, not knowing the direction they're going. And that's how they end up with 15 turnovers for the whole game.
Yeah, and a lot of them have been passing and catching issues, or maybe being unselfish and not shooting the ball when they should. So a lot of silly turnovers today. I don't think this is one of their better games, but at this time of the year, it's about surviving and advancing. And this is a big possession for DME to try to get a basket here. And a big stop for Oldsmar. 17 seconds on the shot clock. 2-possession game. You can't let this thing get to 3. So I'm interested to see what Oldsmar Christian does defensively here, if they come out in man or zone, and what DME does offensively to try to get a good shot here.
Definitely, and it's all about making sure the momentum stays in DME's side. They did a great job of taking it back in the last 3 minutes, and they just have to keep riding that wave and pull out these next 60 seconds. 1 minute and 4 seconds, I mean.
DME goes to Niang, and they'll trap Niang out top, and he'll find Mayum. We'll go back to Niang. 9 on the clock. Vadim looks around. They get the ball into Harvey's hands with 6 seconds left, and he'll spin around. Clinette gets away with a walk and finishes with 17 seconds left. And Coach Arias agrees with me there as this team turns it over, and Calderon gets a steal. Into Mayum's hands. He'll bounce pass to Clinette, and they'll go back to Mayum, who finishes it, and that should do it with a 9-point lead here.
I think so, and I think it had something to do, like you said, with Oldsmar, 6-player roster. They ran their wheels for did a great job this whole game, and sometimes you just don't have enough gas. Coach Mondragon did a great job of studying in and out the players, making sure they get their proper, rest, fresh legs, and sometimes you don't have what it takes just because of how many players you have on the bench.
That's happened with me a lot this year.
Definitely.
And, you got to be proud of your team, especially in a situation where you lost by 40. You come out here on the road this time and compete. You kind of run out of gas, but for the most part you've competed and had a good showing and showed that your team's improved as the year went on.
Definitely. It just showed that you have heart. Play hard.
Clouton makes 1 of 2, and Oldsmar presses. Mayum gets it up off, and DME will pull it out. Harvey gets it into Clinette, and they will not foul. And DME will advance to the semifinal game against most likely Victory Rock here in the semifinal game, as the ref was trying to be funny and called it travel with 0.2 seconds left. So DME wins behind Majao Niang's monster night. The senior from Dakar, Senegal, had over 20 points and 10 rebounds.
25 points.
25 points and over 10 rebounds. So DME has a tough test against Victory Rock coming up here on Friday, and we'll see you then. I'm Michael Panaggio, and
I'm Lauren Turner.
Thank you for tuning in, and thanks and welcome back from Greece.
Thank you.
You had a nice little vacation that everyone here wishes they had. And we will be back here for Friday.
All right.
Checking out from Daytona Beach. Thanks.